If it is or if it ain't, it's going to come out. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is May the 16th, 2023, and today the topic is the uncircumcised heart. Good morning, and happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope that you all had a great Monday. Mine was just fine. Yeah, my Monday was just fine. And the main thing I did yesterday was filmed an episode of the GSL talk show. I also filmed something else, but I'm going to hold my peace just a little bit longer in regards to that. But I'm very excited about another development that happened yesterday. I got an update from my friends over there at Mom Bomb as well. So, my apologies, y'all. I accidentally hit the wrong thing. I don't know if there's a way for me to stop it, but either way, let me see. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, I got an update from my friends over there at Mom Bomb. They are updating their website to introduce your girl. So yeah, Sergeant Self Care will be on their website and whatnot. So that's something y'all can look for. What else? Any other announcements that I can actually share? I think that's about it at the moment. Nothing else too much on top of these things. So I guess we can go ahead and get into the juice. The uncircumcised heart. So, well, I think I told y'all yesterday that my husband was out there hustling in the streets with Uber yesterday, and so he's trying to hit certain goals and whatnot, and so he was out late and everything like that, and so I ended up waking up, I think, by the time he got home, so that was around like 2:03 or something like that. So I made a note of that so I can look it up and whatnot. Bible 2:03, y'all know how I do. And so I made a note of that, went back to sleep. So woke up at the sound of my alarm at 4 and listened to the prayer meditation. And ultimately I started to look up verses that's around 2:03. And then I ended up going to the Strong's Concordance and looking up 2:03 as well. So the first few verses that I'm going to share, or at least the first verse I'm going to share, it comes from the Search for Bible 2:3. But the title and topic and whatnot, I would say, came from the Strong's Concordance, because one of the numbers, or one of the words that came up with the number 2:03 was uncircumcised, and that made me think about the uncircumcised heart. So that's how I got to the topic for today. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the verses, they stood out to me this morning when I looked up 2:3, and on one hand, it's like I wasn't sure if they were going to go together or coincide or whatever, but I decided to share them anyway alongside of this conversation about the uncircumcised heart. I put in the Go Deeper section the first one, which is 2 Peter 2:1-3. But one thing that I did was to find one of the words that stood out to me, and it's the word pernicious. Pernicious. Pernicious says having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual or subtle way. So yeah, that word stood out to me this morning as I was reading that first verse that again is in the Go Deeper section. And yeah, I think there's something to that phrase. I think there is something to that. I feel like there's plenty of examples around us of what it looks like for gradual harmful things to take effect. Like you don't notice it, you don't notice it, you don't notice it until you see the huge effect that it's had. Um, then it's like, not to say it's too late, because you know God is working at His time and stuff like that. So you know nothing is never too late to solve an issue or whatever the case is, if it's the Lord's will. But I guess I'm just sharing that you can definitely see. I believe in these days and times we can see stuff like this all around us, pernicious activity, where things we might not have thought so much about in the past as it was going and growing and growing. Now we look around us and it's just rampant, and we're like, what happened? It's because of, again, pernicious activity, and everything like that. So with that on my heart and mind this morning, I also read Philippians 2 and 3, and this is what it says. It says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. So yeah, once again, that verse stood out to me this morning as well. And again, I just came across these when I looked up, Bible and 2 and 3 or 203. But yeah, I think that in some way the Lord's going to bring this all together when it comes to this conversation of an uncircumcised heart. So let's get into it, y'all. I think most of us are familiar with this word circumcision, especially if you're a person that studies the Bible or whatnot. You've seen it before. If you're a male, you probably had it done to you. It was something that I, had to consider when I had my son. And we decided to go ahead and go forward. Even though sometimes I wonder, like, well, should we have, or what, X, Y, and Z. Um, you know, but I guess because it's just a common practice these days, you feel like it's the right thing to do, or whatever the case is. And because it was done so quickly in his, right after birth and everything like that, it's something that he doesn't remember and everything like that. Now, I didn't get a chance to witness it. However, my husband did, and he said, he heard NJ cry for, whatnot when it was had taken place and stuff. And on the flip side, I mean, I guess I was thinking about, like, for example, if he decided to get it done in his, adult years, the pain of knowing the pain will probably be worse than him getting it done, beforehand. But still, it's just one of those things, right? One of those things that is a part of our life that we may or may not be familiar with. We may or may not understand the purpose of it. It's like, well, what are they doing with the foreskins of the babies and all this different type of stuff? It's like, unfortunately, you got to think about all these different types of things now, and whatnot. However, if we just focus on Bible, right, and focus on, just this, I guess, tradition and concept and whatnot, I guess what I'm receiving today overall is that we need to have a circumcised heart. We can do all the traditions. We can, the men, they can, get circumcised. They can do all the traditional things. But if your heart is not, again, willing to do the will of God, if your heart is not good soil, as they would say, and fertile ground for the Lord to move and plant seeds and let those seeds grow and flourish and bear fruit, all of your religious traditional things, including circumcision, is for nothing. At the end of the day. Now, that might be pulp. That might be something that whoever's listening to the sound of my voice might not want to hear. This goes for women as well. Again, you can do all the traditional things as well, that makes you feel, I guess, pious or holy or any of those, elevated words, whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, again, if your heart is not a reflection of that, then again, it's for nothing. So it's just something to think about. today. I mean, at least this is what the Lord has put on my heart and mind to study. And so, yeah, let's see what the Bible has to say. So Philippians 2:3 says, oh, I just read that one, so my apologies. Okay, so we're going to Galatians 6:15. It says, for neither circumcision counts for anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creation. Y'all. So that is what counts at the end of the day. I mean, that just reiterates everything I just said just now. That's where I got it from. I'm not sitting here trying to proclaim that, oh, I'm coming up with a new concept. Like, this is what the Bible has to say. You know, circumcision counts for anything, nor uncircumcision counts for anything. But a new creation is what counts for everything. So something to keep it in our hearts and minds, y'all. So then we got Ezekiel 36:26. It says, and I will give you a new heart and a new spirit I will put within you, and I will remove the heart of stone from you, from your flesh, and give you a heart of flesh. So, yeah, I mean, this is what the Lord is saying here, y'all. I mean, we are all, I guess, born with hearts of stones and X, Y, and Z, and you know, he is saying he will give us a new heart, but we have to be willing to accept that gift of receiving a new heart. And again, a new mind and everything like that, a new spirit, this verse says, and everything. So, again, something to think about. So then we got Deuteronomy 30:6. It says, and the Lord your God will circumcise your heart and the heart of your offspring, so that you will love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, that you may live. This is how important it is, y'all. It's not just, again, affecting you, for you to have a circumcised heart, but it affects your offspring. And ultimately, I know me and the gentleman that was talking yesterday on the GSL talk show, at the end of the day, you know, we just don't think about how much we affect the world. Like, you know, how much each individual decision we make affects, you know, us, our family, our community, and it goes on and on and on, our nation, our world, you know. So, again, all of these things are just something to think about at the end of the day. Again, I think my overall, you know, what I received, again, it might be Pope, but what I received is that, you know, at the end of the day, it behooves us to have a circumcised heart, a change of heart, change the spirit, letting the Lord change all of these things within us. So then that way, you know, again, we can bear fruit. And for me, what I'm, again, receiving is that it doesn't matter about, like, the different religious practices and all this different type of stuff. If you don't change your heart, if you don't allow God to change your mind and ultimately to change your life, then all of that is for nothing. And I mean, I guess that's the juice this morning. Again, y'all might not like it. It might be bitter. Y'all might say, "Oh, this is full of pulp. Oh, I don't like it." But hey, I mean, y'all can go deeper. There's plenty of verses in the go deeper section to peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. And yeah, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired, because that's the juice. Now, the Bible verse of today is Psalm 119:11. It says, "Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Did you know that you can support us for just 99 cents a month? That's right, friends. You can support everything that we do here at GSL for just 99 cents a month. Take a look around wherever this post is. You might see a link or maybe even a button that says support. Go there, check out the options, consider supporting us, because, you know, we enjoy bringing you all the daily inspiration as well as the weekly talk show, but we have much, much more to come. Thank you so much for the consideration. Bye-bye.